guys, hope you're all well. Right, next instalment on the Enfield. So, been a busy week as usual. I've had an old friend come over from New Zealand, which I've had a fantastic catch up with because I haven't seen him for about 10 years. So that was wonderful. So yeah, I had a bit of time with him, which was wonderful. Anyway, side stand. So we've now got the bike off the bench on the floor. It's starting to take shape, as you can see. Yes, very pleased with that. Obviously it still looks a bit boggy at the moment, but yeah, it's taking shape and it's going to get better and better. And as you can see, we are very, very close to tearing this thing down. But first, side stand. So I've been thinking a lot about that. Obviously, as I explained before, where it was, we're messing up with the rear brake pedal. So what we've got to do is move it. I'm either going to put it under here on that little shoe that goes around the gearbox, or back here. Unsure yet. Also got to do the brake rod and get that set up before we pull it apart. What else have we got to do? I'm sure there was something else. Anyway, we'll get to these bits. Yeah, side stand. I'm either going to do something with this, which was the one that's on it, or something with this one. I don't know yet. Either or, I've got to get a spring, because this spring here is definitely not strong enough for the way I want to do it. But I think I've got a spring knocking about. I'll have a look. In the meantime, I'm going to make a decision. I think I'm swinging more towards this. Obviously, I won't use all this bracket, this great big bit on the end here. I'll chop that off and put something similar to that end on. And obviously this foot pedal here will be chopped off as well, and I'll do something different there. So I think I'm swinging more towards this one, and also it'll have to be shortened. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start chopping that one about and see how we go with that. Right, don't laugh. I think I've changed my mind. I'm going for this one. I've shortened and welded these stands before and it's absolutely fine. They're quite easy to work with actually. So I think I'm going with this one. So the spring hook, I've got to chop that off and put that on the back, so the spring's at the back. I'm going to chop this sort of foot pedal off here and then shorten it all, because I think I can get away with half of that, but we'll set that up on the bike anyway. I'll just chop a bit off at a time and get it so it's obviously the bike sits nice when it's on the stand, and this tucks up nice so it's sort of hidden, so it ain't sticking out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, start with that off, that off, that off, foot off, and as you can see it tapers down. What we'll do when we put the foot back on further up here, we'll taper it in so you won't tell it's been done. I think that's the plan. Right, that's that gone. We'll just tidy all this up now and blend that in. Right, what we got to do with that one is be careful, because I want to try and keep that little rib there on the foot, although we are going to chop that off. I still want it nice and neat. I'm going to get the compressor running, I think, so we can blend that in a bit better. Here's Bluey. Being strange as usual. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on then. Right, where are we? I don't really know. Yeah, got to tidy that little bit up that goes into the foot where it goes wide there. Want that dressing up so it's a part of that rib. So we'll just blast over it with this. Get glasses on. Okay, I think that's all right. A little bit better than what it was. Yeah, I'm happy with the shape of that. So next, I'm going to make the bracket end. This little tab here has got to come off because we'll do our own, like, sort of where it stops and where it parks down. With the bracket we hang it off. So I've got this billet of 10mm that we'll sort out. That nearly sort of goes on there, but we can trim that so it goes all the way in, so it pivots nice. Should do that. Okay, now to figure this out. So obviously we've got to put a hole in that, then shape it so it comes up to a stop. Then when it goes down, it comes to a stop when the stand's down. And obviously work out the spring where it works best. Right. I think we'll pop all in it there. That'll give us plenty of material to have a mess about with, I think. Let's go for the lovely pink. Somewhere around there. Let's get a centre punch in there and drill that out. Right, one hole. So this roughly is going to be shaped, I think, something like this. We'll radius that. Then it'll have a bit like so. This is only a rough idea. So that bit, the stand will come and park up onto that step, and then pivot round and down. So we'll have another one of them like so. I think that then will be something that resembles that, I think. Well, what we can do is knock these back bit by bit if we have to. Like, keep grinding them back till we've got the stand parked and down exactly where we want it. Let's get it roughly cut out and see how we go with that. Okay, so far then we have got that. I think this one is going to need to be up here somewhere. Don't seem quite enough swing in the stand. Just drop that in there for now. Yeah, not a lot of movement there. So I think definitely that one, I think, needs to come up so it's sort of parallel this top here. So we'll just cut that little corner out of there and see how we go with that. Should swing up a bit more now. Let's drop that back in. Might even need a little bit more actually. The thing is, if we do take too much off these, I can always get some weld in there and dress it back in. Just a little bit of trial and error till we get something that works. That's better. I think we've got a better chance with that. Yes. Right, now to figure out the spring. I think I need something that holds it out there like so, which we can make them points with some old bolts. sort them out in the lathe so it looks like a steel rivet. I might order another spring, but set it all up with this size. I might order something, because I could do with the hooks facing in the same plane. I can heat it up and try and twist it. We'll see how it goes. I'll get the mounting point done for the top one first, so it needs to hold off like so. And then we'll sort something out down here. Yeah, I'll do the first one, make it out of this bolt. Right, so was that bolt. So what we got there is, I can hear dogs behind me. What do you want? I've got a pair of them, look. You always know when Bodie's in here, does that. What are you doing, boys? Come on then. Come on. Come on. Blue barges through. Are you going to fit through there? Hey? Hello, mate. You can't eat that. You can try. I don't think you will. Hello, Blue. Hello, mate. Right. Around here. So yeah, we've got that. We've got that little sort of recess in there. The spring will fit in, so that can't jump out, but it pivots on there. What we'll do is drill a hole in this around there. That'll pass through, and I'll weld that on the other side. We'll put it in enough or out enough, whichever way you look at it, so it all clears the bolt there. And then we've got to do something down here for the other end to clip onto. Like I say, I am going to twist that round, but I probably will get a new spring so we have no problems. Right, I've got this next bolt, which I'm going to do the same as that, and that'll go down here. Okay, so got a hole drilled into there. That's gonna go in there. Put a little tack on the back for now, so we know everything's gonna work. That should do it. So next then, oh, that one goes in there. So that's going to miss the bolt when it pivots round this bolt head. Now we've got to get something down here. And we're going to twist that bit of spring round. Like I say, we'll probably get a new one. I'll just put a tiny bit of heat in that to twist it round. Pliers ready! That should do it. A bit more actually. That'll do. Okay, so what we've got to do now, so that be stand up. And what I need to do is put this peg a bit further down so it puts a bit of tension in the spring. Yeah, that'll be enough. Get that welded onto there, and then we'll try it all out, see if it's going to work. Now I would have done this on the back of the stand. This is going to be the front, but depending where I put this, I could be very restricted for space behind there to be doing all this, so it ain't going to hurt on the front. It's not going to look terrible. We should be fine. Right, I'll get that tacked on and then we'll try it out. About there. No, I need an earth. Oh dear. Let's try earthing that, shall we? That might work now. Right, try again. No, come on. Fiddly job. That's a bit wonky. Hammer. Hammer. Probably snap off if I do that. Well, that's better. Let's get one that side to hold it. Well, let's go with that. Obviously when we know it's all okay, we'll weld everything up. Right, let that cool first. Okay, spring on. Let's see if it's going to work. So I'm going to have to do it that way, aren't I? Yeah, I'll have to do it like that. So that would be stand up. Let's move the camera. Sorted. That'll do. Right, what we've got to do now is I think I might tack it to the bike, because obviously we've got to shorten it next. I don't think we're going to be far off with the foot not being too far away from the bottom spring hanger there, but we'll see what angles we can get it at to see where we've got to cut it down. Right, we'll let it off the jack and see how that is, and then shorten it to suit. Right, I've had a bit of a mess with that now. I think that's going to be okay. What I'm going to do is cut it off now. I'm going to cut it off about there. That'll still leave me a bit of length on the bit I cut off in case I need it. So yeah, we'll go straight through there. I don't think I'm going to be far out with that. We'll see. Let's let it off the jack and find out. There we go. It's on its stand. I'm happy with that. So just got to remove the stand now and get the foot back on. Yeah, definitely happy with that. That's good to go. Right, I'll just get that off and then we'll do a bit of trimming here and there and get the foot back on. Okay, to do this first, I'm going to slice that corner off. About there. There we go. And then that, in fact, we've got to take a little bit off the bottom there, I think. That'll do. Oh, let's trim that one off to suit. Right, so we got that bit done. We got that bit done. A slight mishap with the grinder there, look, but doesn't matter. We'll get all that welded up. Yeah, that keyed into there like that. We should have ourselves a nice strong weld. I'm just going to V all the edges off now to make the welding, so when it's in we can dress it all back. Let's get out of well. Right, we'll let that cool off and then we'll get that in shape. Okay, I think that's about there. And that's going to do us. So we'll get that on and see if it's all okay. Oh, getting old. Working on the floor. It's no good. Dude. Fingers crossed, that's going to be okay. Yes. Ah, sorted. Happy with that. Okay, all sorted. That took a bit of doing actually. A really simple job, but it took a bit of doing to get it all right. So I'm happy with that. The bike's leaning at a nice angle. It's all nice and safe. It's way past like trying to topple back the other way. We've got the foot nice and flat on the floor. I guess some of you guys have obviously seen stands where that foot's pointing in the air and it's only the back of the foot that's got contact with the floor. So that's all good. It sits up nice, it doesn't look bad. Like I say, this is exactly the same as how the last Burgundy one was done. The stand was there, and when it's all done and powder coated, it looks presentable enough. So I'm happy with that. Next job on this is the mudguard. I know I said it was about finished, but I'm about drilling these out. But there's a bit of it that my eye keeps drawing to. And I've been looking at it on and off all week. I thought, I've got to sort it out. It's not good. And it's the very end. It's the lip at the end. I know these old mud guards are sort of neither here or there. They can be a bit wibbly wobbly and all over the place. But this one is not very good at all at the end. The rest of it's nice. But you probably can't see it on video. It's all a completely different shape over here. And this lip is just not very good. I don't know if you can make out. It's quite beat up. It is. Like I say, it's not a nice curve. That's the bit that's really bugging me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a really nice curve. And then I'm going to roll it round. Pretty much like what we've done with where the chain's going to run. It's a bit dark round here, isn't it? So it'll match that. And it'll give us a nice clean line up here. So in the next video, we'll make it a little short video, I guess. I'll say that. All these jobs take a fair bit of time. So I'm trying to make short videos, but it's like today, that stand has took hours and hours and hours, and I'll probably condense that down to 25-30 minutes. But it's took hours. It's just a bit of pride. A bit of pride put into each bit of the bike. So yeah, I'm going to sort that mudguard out. And then after that, it's the rear brake pedal. I've got to do a little stop on that can be adjusted for brake pedal height to suit, you know, each individual rider. And also the brake rod and the arm at the back, get all that sorted out. So that will be the last little job on this bike before it comes apart. And yeah, it's coming on. I'm pleased with it. I am pleased with it. Right, it looks like a little bobber anyway. Still, I'm continuing with the list of new parts. When I think I've got pretty much everything in my mind and written down, I should do one big order for everything. Obviously, all the electrics will be replaced on this, be new carburetor, just everything. I will go through everything from back to front, top to bottom. And it'd be nice if I can completely pull this motor apart. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, I'm sort of relying on you guys for the special stickers, but please, again, be sensible with that. Do not go and leave yourself in trouble financially. I would hate for that to happen. So please, 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 please be sensible with purchasing the special stickers. But again, thank you all so much for doing that. It is a massive, massive help. It really is. So I've got the computer set up there to edit this video that you've just watched, and then I think I will be actually continuing with the mudguard. We'll see how it goes. It's starting to rain outside, which is most upsetting because all the bikes are sitting out there. One of the jobs I've got to try to do before winter really sets in, I'm doing an extension that way out the shed. So I've started to collect a little bit of wood. I'm going to try and collect a bit more over the next month or two and try and get that job done before the winter really sets in, so bikes can go in that bit so they aren't sat outside in the rain, the ice, the snow and wind and everything else that goes on with our UK weather. And yeah, it might sound a bit odd, but I hate the bikes getting wet just sat there because I like to keep them clean. So yeah, I'd like to get that part of the shed extended. So all I'm going to do is lock a bit of a lean-to, and then I'll cut a bit of a gap out there, and that'll be the doorway into it. So let's look outside. I've got a bit of clearing to do out here, to be honest with you. So it's sort of a bit of a no man's land that does nothing. As you can see, it's in a bit of a mess. So I shall clear all that, chop the trees back a bit. Think I might sell me auxiliary fuel tank there, because if I do that extension I won't really have anywhere to put it, so I might let someone else take that on, put it on eBay or whatever, and let someone else enjoy it. Might make something out of it, little race car, little sidecar, little pedal car, or just leave it as I've done and have it on show. So that could be on eBay soon, that auxiliary fuel tank. It's not aluminium, it is paper, believe it or not, like a paper mache. It's obviously mixed up with something where the weather doesn't affect it, but it was a thing, I believe it was a thing in wartime with the shortage of materials and everything, and also these drop tanks often got dropped over enemy territory, and the aluminium ones, you're supplying them with valuable materials, so they started making them out of paper mache sort of thing. Obviously it's got other materials in, I don't know what they are, but it's quite a rare thing. I mean, that stood outside forever, 40, 50 years, and it's still absolutely spot on. So that shows you how good it's been made. Oh, here comes the rain heavier now. So yeah, that's going to be one of my jobs, to try and extend this shed before winter really sets in. And my little wood collections going on out here, look. I've got some big bits. Oh, there's Gertrude's bike. That's coming on. We'll do something on that soon, and just give you a little update on that, and we'll be going to ride it and get it MOT'd soon. But yeah, it'd be nice to get all this lot out the weather through the winter. Anyway, I'm going to go and edit this video you just watched and probably do my mudguard. Thank you all for watching. Take care everybody, and I'll see you soon.